Can we talk real quick about alignment? Okay, great. I'm a writer. I write books and curriculum around healing, growth work, evolution, and healthy relationships. And for many years in my writings, in my teaching, in my own life, I use the word alignment hundreds, if not thousands of times, and how important alignment is in every area of our lives. I did not have a full understanding of what it was, how to get in it, how to gauge whether or not I was in it. I wanted to be in alignment with in my romantic relationship. I wanted to be in alignment with my family and friends, in business dynamics. I wanted alignment in my spirituality, with my relationship with God, and just all my relationships. And most notably, I wanted alignment with myself. I didn't want to betray myself anymore. I didn't want to find myself in battles with myself for my self-esteem, my self-worth, and my self-love. I desperately wanted to be in alignment with myself and who I knew I was designed to be, who I was created to be. But like every other thing in my life, I would have to go through some stuff in order to truly and fully understand a thing. And alignment was no different. So in 2020, March of 2020, the woman who loved me in a way that no other person has ever loved me, my big sister Val, she passed away from COVID. It broke my heart. It literally shattered my world and forever changed how I saw the world, how I showed up in the world. And it took me months. It took me months and months and months to get off my face. And as I started trying to figure out how to navigate the newness of my life, I re-examined everything: my faith, my relationship with God, my goals, my visions, every person, every relationship, every choice, everything. I desperately needed something to help steady my foundation, or at least to make what was left make sense. And I was petitioning to God for Him to just help me restore my faith. What He told me was to get in alignment, because from there I would be in flow and not force. That I would align with Him, my visions, the people who were assigned to me, and most notably with myself. So I did what I know to do. I started looking to see what the world said about alignment, what psychology said about alignment, and what God said about alignment. And so I went to the dictionary first. I always start there. I went to the dictionary first. And here's what Webster said. Webster said that alignment is a position of agreement or alliance, a bond of connection and common interest. That's what the dictionary said. The Bible, Romans 12:2, urges us to be transformed by the renewing of our minds so that we can understand and align with God's will for our life. Okay, I got it. Still not super clear. So I petition to God. How do I get into alignment with what, who, and every situation and circumstance that is for me? How do I do that? What is alignment? How do I know when I'm in it? How do I know how to gauge it? How do I know how to qualify it? And because I'm God's favorite kid, argue with somebody else, I was expecting Him to just roll it out. Just roll it out and tell me exactly what alignment was. It's not what He did. It's not what He did. Over the course of the next year or so, He gave me like these bits and pieces, right? This piece and this. And okay, that makes sense. And over that time, I coined what I now call invested alignment. Invested is a gauge that we can use to determine, identify, and qualify what alignment is in our lives, with our visions, with other people, with God, and with ourselves. And this is exactly what I needed. That's why I created it, because I needed it. And it's been super supportive to me. So for the last 4 years, I have fully integrated, invested into my life, and it's not been easy. Let me say that. This is a very simple tool. It's a very simple tool. It's an acronym. It's a very simple tool. That does not mean it is easy, because it is not. And these are the 10 elements of alignment: interest with an S and without, and intelligence. Interest without an S says you can identify things you want to learn or be more knowledgeable about. Interest with an S says you're clear on what you enjoy or what excites you, independent of anyone outside of yourself. Intelligence says you're able to acquire information and understand and integrate it with reasonable proficiency. Net worth. This is not about money or trappings. This is about your value per God, what God says about you and your value. You believe that you are worthy of non-contingent love and that your value is not based on any external factor, condition, circumstance, accomplishment, or monetary worth. Value says you are clear on the things that are important to you, your beliefs, principles, standards of behavior, life and work goals, and they have an assigned level of importance. So you have them in a hierarchy. Emotional intelligence says you are able to identify your emotions, express your emotional states, and regulate the expression of the emotion, which are the feelings. You're able to reasonably identify and navigate the emotional states of others while maintaining your own. Self-awareness says you are deliberate and diligent about continually asking deeper questions to know yourself better and committed to getting the answers. Trust says you trust yourself in a braving way and show up in a way that allows others to trust you as well. Evolution says you are committed to the evolutionary process of change, even when things are hard, uncomfortable, and painful. And lastly, direction says you believe there is a design purpose or envision a particular outcome for your life, and the decisions you make support that vision. You're clear on your life's direction, and you choose routes that go in that direction. All right, before we keep going, I want to take a quick pause to tell you about something I created that aligns perfectly with everything I talk about here. It's called the Connected series, a 3-book collection I wrote with us in mind. These are not just books, though. They're tools for healing, tools for growth, tools to help you connect more deeply and honestly with yourself, your partner, and your people. The first book is called Self. It's filled with 120 powerful, heart-opening questions designed to help you understand yourself better, tell the truth about your patterns, and reconnect with your intuition. Questions to increase your self-awareness, your clarity, and your alignment. The second book is called Lovers. It's created for romantic partners or potential partners. It's 180 intentional questions to build emotional intimacy, clarify needs, and build relational trust. You each get your own copy, answer the questions, and then you swap books. So now you're holding each other's truths in each other's handwriting. Lasting love doesn't survive off chemistry alone. And then there's Tribe. Same format, but this one is for friends and family, the ones we lean on, grow with, and sometimes have to heal with. Because deep connection isn't just about romance, it's about our tribes too. This series was born out of my own journey to heal, to love better, to communicate with intention, and to get invested in my alignment in every area of my life. And I want that for you too. If you're ready to get into alignment, to get connected, and to do the kind of inner and relational work that lasts, the Connected series is for you. Grab your books now at mariamichelle.com. You deserve alignment and healthy connections. Now let's get back to the story. While this tool is a simple one and it's very effective in providing exactly what I asked God for back in 2020, which was clarity around what and who is for me and healthy relationships and a reliable way to sturdy my foundation, it has certainly not been easy to accept what is, not what I want it to be, and to have the wherewithal to respond to what invested is showing me. That requires courage. Invested alignment is not about perfection or being identical in every single area. However, there does need to be a healthy, sufficient level of agreement and sameness. And individually, we get to determine what that level is and where and if work can be done to address areas of misalignment. Chemistry, commonalities, and even a desire for a thing alone is not alignment. Invested is a tool we can use to identify the relationships, the endeavors, and the way of being that is for our highest good. It shows us that what we deserve and what we desire for our lives is available. It does not require force, just invested alignment.